Compression is actually super simple to use. I would describe compression as a tool we use to control the dynamic range of an audio source. It was first invented for military and broadcast purposes so that audio was more consistent across the board. So when we're looking at compression, there's three main things that we need to know how they work, and that's threshold, ratio, and attack and release. So threshold just says this: hey, any of my audio source that is above this blue line is going to be compressed, and anything below it will not be compressed. So you can see the audio that's above the blue line is being compressed. Whatever is beneath is not being touched. Ratio is saying, hey, that audio that is above that blue line, how harshly do I want to compress that? So a ratio of 1:1 is no compression at all. And as you turn this knob up more, the compression is going to become more intense and more harsh. And then attack and release is just saying, how quickly do we want this compressor to interact with that audio above the blue line? So if you have an attack of 1 millisecond. The audio goes above the blue line, and 1 millisecond later, the compressor starts working. On the flip end, let's say you have a release of 30 milliseconds. After that audio crosses under the blue line, 30 milliseconds later, the compressor will release. That's it. Those are the main functions of a compressor. So let's look at a couple examples. First, we're gonna look at what I call an impact example. This is where the attack and release are both quick and the ratio is set to 10. So basically, we're gonna hit the compressor hard and fast. With no compression, it sounds like this. And with the compressor on, you can see we're adding that impact. It's being compressed hard and fast. The drums are hitting harder. Let's look at another example, and this time we're gonna use compression to even out that audio source a little bit more. So without compression, it sounds like this. The guitar is poking out, it's very dynamic. Now with the compressor on, it sounds more consistent. Our lower sounds are a little bit more present now. It's a nice way to use compression. Really quickly, here's 3 more advanced tips for compression as well. The dry wet knob is probably the most powerful tool in compression that you can use. It's gonna mix your compressed signal and your dry signal together. If it's set to 0, you're only hearing your original source. But as you start to turn this knob up, you are going to blend in the compressed signal. This is what you hear is called as parallel compression. You're taking the dry signal, you're taking the wet signal, and you're joining them together. You can even go a little bit harsher with this. You can hear this just sounds crazy and drastic, but if you pull that knob down, it's starting to sound pretty good. Another tip is called makeup gain. And basically this is a knob that just allows you to make up for the amount that you're compressing. So if you were compressing your audio somewhere around 5 dB, let's say even 10 dB, then you would set your makeup gain to 10 dB. So you're compressing 10 dB and then you use the makeup knob to bring back 10 dB. This tip I saved for last, and it's called the expander, and that's because it's actually the opposite of compression. Basically, it's saying, hey, anything above this blue line, I actually want you to make it even more drastic than it was before. So you can use this to kind of excite your audio. Maybe it's a little bit flat sounding, it's not dynamic. You can use the expander to increase your dynamic range, which is really cool. Do you have any questions? Please leave them in the comments down below. I'd love to answer them. And if this video was helpful for you and you'd like to learn how to use EQ in a similar way, then check out this video right here. And until next time, peace.